Yo, what is up? This is RizzyPOW. We're here with another Wi-Fi battle today. So, I originally recorded this one live, but I recorded it when I was really tired, and I went to go edit it, and I realized that I sound like a zombie, and the commentary was all monotone, and I didn't want to upload that because the commentary wasn't good and all, so, I just decided to go with a PostCom for this one. It's going to be going up against my good friend Slax. He's a part of the MPL, and I will leave the links for his YouTube and Twitter in the description. He's a really good battler, and he's a really good friend of mine, as I said before. So let's get in this battle for a bit, but before we do, I would really appreciate it if you guys could get to 7 likes on this video for another video tomorrow. So we're gonna go and we're gonna start this battle right over here, but before that, again, my Starmie actually does a ton of work to his team, as you can see. He does not really have a real switch into it, just because, I have a Life Orb Analytic Starmie. It has Side Shock, Hydro Pump, and Ice Beam, and it literally can destroy his team. So I have to make sure to keep that thing safe. The one thing that can kind of stop me is that Feraligatr maybe, and the Latias, and maybe any potential Scarver. So I have to try to get rid of some of those, and I'm just going to start the battle right over here. I'm just going to start his lead off with my Landorus T for this time, and he's going to lead off with his Chiron Black. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. I know this. I know. But, yeah, he leads off his Chiron Black, and I really thought I was going to switch out right here, but I don't want to take the risk just because he might be Scarfed himself. I'm not Scarfed, actually, but I thought he would think that I'm Scarfed. I mean, he doesn't have to think that I'm Scarfed, but he has to at least, he can't risk me being Scarfed is what I was thinking. And if I was Scarfed, I could have just gone for a Stone Edge. To be honest, now looking in hindsight, that could have probably not taken him out, so that kind of makes sense why he just went for the Ice Beam. But Chiron Black is going to have to switch out right here, and my Scissor is going to come through, and Rotom Heat is gonna come through again, and I'm just gonna go for the U-turn. I expected him, he's probably not gonna sack off his Chiron Black so early or anything like that. So I am banded, by the way. I have Pursuit, Superpower, Bullet Punch, and my last move is U-turn. I just showed it off, but I'm gonna go on my Landorus C right here, and he's just gonna withdraw right here because as again, I might be Scarfed and a Stone Edge would hurt him. So he knows this thing can wall a ton of my team, because this thing like walls my Altaria, it walls kind of my Landorus, but because it is defensive, he doesn't know it's defensive yet. I'm just going for the U-turn. I expected to switch out. I could have gone my Rocks up right there, but I guess he was probably going to go on a Garchomp, and I don't want himself to get his own Rocks up right there, so I'm going to go on my Celebi. He's actually going to go for the Fire Blast. We did not see the Rocky Helmet on him, so he's probably Focus Sash because he's definitely not Scarfed or Offensive because, he revealed Fire Blast. Probably a Focus Sash lead, although he didn't lead with it, but whatever. Celebi is going to come through. He's going to withdraw Garchomp because Garchomp is a champion. I don't know. And he's going to go into this thing. I'm going to go for the Psychic, and Psychic actually does almost nothing to this thing. I know I don't have much special attack investment or any at all, but it literally does nothing. That's kind of crazy. I am going to get some leftovers health back, and I'm looking at a pretty good position, although I do have to switch out. And I can go on my Scizor again, but I didn't want to make the same thing. I don't want us to make the same play twice, because sometimes Chiron Blacks carry HP Fire, and I did not want him to go for a HP Fire right over here. And he actually just goes for a Fusion Bolt. So, to be honest, I'd rather have my Heatran take the Fusion Bolt than my freaking Scizor, just because Scizor does a lot more in this game. I'm just going to kind of sack off Heatran right here, and he actually isn't Scarfed. So, by the way he was playing, I thought he might be Scarfed, the first turn he didn't switch out, but so I just decided to sack off my Heatran. I thought he was going to go for another Fusion Bolt. I could have potentially taken him out, but if he wasn't Scarfed, it wasn't that big of a deal. Although I do a ton of damage to him, where he just is going to sack it off to the BP from my Banded Scizor. X-Scissor, you're doing work. But Slaxorus is now going to send out his Freddy, which is Feraligatr, and I guess he realized I'm locked into Bullet Punch, and I'm just gonna switch out my Celebi. It was pretty obvious he was gonna Dragon Dance right over here, and I'm okay with that because I can actually take a +1 crunch because I'm a freaking Celebi, bold max defense, max HP, and I'm still getting some more leftovers health back. I'm just going to go for the Thunder Wave. I'm kind of sacking off Celebi right here. Celebi could have actually done a little bit of work in this match, but it's alright that it's getting sacked off. I don't really mind it. I'm just going to go for the Thunder Wave. He actually goes for the second Dragon Dance. That would have actually been really scary because now he can one-shot me, but he is paralyzed now, so it's not that bad for me. Not that bad for me at all. I'm going to get some more leftovers health back, but it really doesn't mean much because he can one-shot me with the Crunch anyway. I'm going to go for a Giga Drain, do a ton of damage to this thing, and he's just going to be taken out right over here with the Crunch. You're going to see this Crunch freaking Feraligatr just biting into Celebi, and Celebi just going to drop. Celebi just dropped. But right here, I'm going to go on my Landorus T because I know I can take him out from this range. He probably doesn't have Aqua Jet. I didn't want to go out into my Starmie and take any unnecessary Life Orb damage just because I knew it was my win condition. That extra health could mean something later in the game. But he's going to now sack off his Feraligatr. Not sack off. He's going to let it die. And my Savage right over here, he now sees a leftover. So obviously I am not Scarfed. Clefable is going to come in. I'm just going to decide to get my rocks up, and he's going to start Calm Minding. And to be honest, I don't mind that because I do have a Scizor in the back. Although, I did not want to go to Scizor directly because it was such an obvious switch. I was scared if he had Flamethrower, he would probably go for it right here. And because of that Rotom Heat especially, we know it's defensive. We've already confirmed that. I'm pretty sure by this point. We've seen the leftovers. I'm just going to go out into my Altaria, and if he went for Flamethrower, that would have been fantastic. I could have gotten a return on this thing, really. I would have probably just doubled out into Scizor after that. But he's just going to go straight up for the Moonblast. I really thought he was going to go for either another Calm Mind or the Flamethrower. And Altaria is going to be sacked off right over here. And that kind of sucks. But Melody goes down. You're so beautiful. You're so beautiful. Out comes my Scizor right here, and actually with his Bold, Max Defense, Max HP, could actually live a Banded Bullet Punch, I'm pretty sure, unless I calced it wrong. It actually does like max like 87% at level 50, so he obviously is not max defense unless I calc wrong again, and he goes down, which is fantastic for me. Although his IE is going to come out right here, and I did get those rocks up earlier, so I'm fine with this. He is going to take some rocks damage, and I was fully expecting the Will-O-Wisp right here, and I just decided, you know, Savage, I kind of need you to wall some things, but to be honest, you have knockoff, and that's the only thing I really need you for, to get that utility off. Not really much for the damage, and he's going to go for Pain Split right here. You know, it's fine. He does have the leftovers, as I said earlier, and I do have the leftovers too, so we're both going to be munching on the battlefield, getting some more health back, and he's going to go for the Will-O-Wisp right here. It misses. That really sucks, although I wouldn't have minded. It really didn't matter too much to me, especially later in the game. It does not matter at all, but I'm going to go for the U-turn. I do literally 2 damage to him, just in case he wanted to switch out, although since he is faster than me, he did miss the Will-O-Wisp. I get a free switch out in a Starmie, and now something dies. I'm just going to fire off a Hydro Pump. If he wants to go out into his Latias, he's going to be taking some rocks damage and a Hydro Pump, and I could easily predict that and go for Ice Beam, so I really expected him not to do that. I'm just going to go for the Hydro Pump and take this Garchomp out. He nicknamed it Garchomp. You know, that's pretty clever. That's pretty clever, Slax. You know, Garchomp instead of Garchomp. Bravo, bravo. But Patrick Star is looking pretty nice right here, and he's going to go on to this thing. I do have the Ice Beam, but only maxed as about 52 or 53%, so I'm not going to risk that. I don't want to lose my Starmie because it is definitely my win condition, one of the only things that can take out that Rotom Heat. He only has 2 Pokemon left at this point, the Latias and the Rotom Heat. I have 3 Pokemon, Bandit Scizor, my defensive Landorus, and that last Pokemon, Starmie. Now, he actually brought the wrong Latias. He told me he was actually supposed to be a Mega Latias. He brought the wrong set completely, which kind of sucks for him. He missed a Draco earlier, and I actually go for Pursuit. I thought he realized that this was his only thing preventing my Starmie to sweep, and I thought I was going to switch out right here because I only need 1 Bullet Punch to put him in range of a Ice Beam. So he's going to defog right here. It really doesn't matter to me because Starmie can still clean up. I'm looking pretty good. I'm just going to spam Pursuit and take him out. I'm locked in Pursuit. He's going to bring out his Rotom Heat right here because it's the only thing that he can do. His only other freaking Pokemon. Only other Pokemon. And he's coming through. He's gonna go for the Will-O-Wisp. It really doesn't matter to me. I'm just gonna spam Pursuit. I really don't care. I just want to sack off the Scizor. I don't want to potentially get my Landorus damage or even my Starmie. So Scizor, you can't really do anything to a Rotom Heat anyway. That's why you're getting sacked off. I'm sorry, X-Scissor, Mr. Tonberry. I hope you forgive me, but you don't do anything to me. You don't help me. So I'm just gonna sack Scizor off, and this actually takes a little while. I think this next turn he just decides to take me out with the Volt Switch, and yeah, he's gonna take me out right here, and X-Scissor dies right here. X-Scissor is no longer here. Really sucks, but I'm just gonna go on to my Starmie, and I'm thinking, you know, everything is fine. I can just go for a Hydro Pump, and as long as I don't miss, I'm looking in a good position. And so I go for the Hydro Pump, miss. Okay, that's fine. He Volt Switches, and, you know, I was expecting maybe I might live this because he is defensive. I do live it. So, you know, it's okay. I have another chance. We're going to land another Hydro Pump. Everything's going to be all right. All right, but I missed another Hydro Pump. You know, it's Pokemon, so it's not that big of a deal, but it kind of sucks. You know, I could have won the game. Unfortunately, I can't win the game now because all I have left is my Landorus T. All he has left is Rotom Heat. We already know that his Rotom Heat is EV'd enough to outspeed my Landorus, and he's going to get a Will-O-Wisp off, and my only thing to even hit him is Knock Off. If I had Stone Edge, maybe I could come back, but still, I don't think I'm sure he could still stall me out with Pain Splits and stuff like that. So I lost as soon as those Hydro Pumps missed. If I landed one of them, I could have actually won, but you know, that's Pokemon. That kind of sucks, but it's all good. Landorus is just sitting here munching on his leftovers, about to die. You know, Savage, god damn it, why can't you be better? God damn it, Savage. Yup. I say yup way too much. But he's going to go for the Overheat right here. Just quit speeding up the battle. It really doesn't matter. To be honest, he could just spam. He could have just gone for, I don't know what he could have gone for. He didn't even need to go for Overheat. It didn't really matter. I mean, speeding up the battle, whatever. And he's going to go for another Overheat and take out my Landorus T. So unfortunately, Slaxorus was able to win that game. It was a really good battle, to be honest. Really close. If I had landed one of the Hydro Pumps, that would have been fantastic. And if you're saying to run Scald and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure Scald would have not taken him out. I don't know that. He is defensive, so he probably had a ton of HP investment. Maybe his Surf would have, but I don't... Surf Starmie, that's pretty interesting. That's going to be it for this match today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and that's going to be it. Peace.